Hi friends, it's Julia Sudo from the SMB Level Workshop, here with Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. That's right, friends. The day has finally come. And I just can't. I just cannot. It's here. This is Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. This is the main menu of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. The first thing I noticed when I turned this on, just to check if it was working before I started my recording, the very first thing I noticed was that this menu theme is normally the menu theme used when you unlock everything. However, and there's a different menu theme used when you start up a new file. But in Deluxe, on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, this was not the case, as the completed save file theme was used from the start. So, BrandonSMB and friends, including Toothy7564 and the BombSquad, they've done it. They've done it. There are others too. I'm sorry to those of you who I'm leaving out. I know Bytes was also involved. I think Crafted Cart had some kind of involvement. I'm just looking off into the distance right now. This is so fucking good. And I haven't even started the game yet. Here's story mode. We're doing story mode first, because there's a race going on tomorrow and I don't want to... You know, I don't quite want to play that before the race. Play challenge mode. We're doing ultimate mode. Tune in. We're going to be streaming on the server, I think. Link to the server is in the description, of course, if you happen to somehow be somebody watching my channel who's not from the SMB Level Workshop. Cutscenes. Important and iconic, but we're skipping them. It's time for World 1, friends. It's time for Diamond. Oh, everything's out of order. That's really weird. I think that's how it was in the original Deluxe, though. I'm pretty sure that, the levels aren't actually in, the order that they're in challenge mode for some reason. But yes, since they cannot increase the number of levels in a difficulty, this includes only they cannot increase the number of levels in story mode either. They can increase the number of levels in a difficulty, thankfully, but since they can't increase the number of levels in story mode per world, the developers have only included the levels in story mode that were not in Super Monkey Ball 2. So, here's Diamond. It's time for Diamond. The greatest level. Look at this texture work. I'm confident it's the same as it is in Super Monkey Ball 2 as well. Or Deluxe, rather. The original Deluxe. But it's still great. Oh, fuck. The music just continues. That's so good. I know that, yeah, I think this was a development made by the BombSquad. Shout out to the BombSquad, formerly TWIX Ninja. Huge fan. Huge fan of your work. BombSquad, you've done so much. It's time for Edge. Edge, a level new to Deluxe. Oh, and yes, they did upgrade the texture work in this, actually. because large checkers are now ordinarily sized, which is a good thing because that was actually just due to downscaled textures that were 2x2 checkers as opposed to the 4x4 commonly used. Shout out to upgraded texture work. Hairpin. This one is... it's hairpin. This level is easy to beat. You know, I heard once that you could complete this level by holding straight up. And I haven't actually tried it on a GameCube controller, which is what I need to be confident that I was actually holding straight up the entire time. Because I play with the Switch Pro controller on Dolphin, which doesn't have the notches for the analog stick. So I'm not as confident that I'm actually holding straight up the entire time. But it's a thing I heard, and it makes sense, you know. With the curves, it seems like it would just kind of carry you. Here's escalators. It's got some escalators. Another stage unique to Deluxe. And you just got to kind of ride the escalators. You can jump up them better than I did. But yeah, and then you can press the play switch to make this escalator faster. Or fast forward, rather. Here's Wide Bridge. Another stage from Super Monkey Ball 1. Yes, the timing is set off compared to Super Monkey Ball 1 in Super Monkey Ball 1 levels that are ported to Deluxe because well, basically in Super Monkey Ball 1, stage animations start when the announcer says ready. In 2, and therefore Deluxe, since Deluxe runs on 2's engine, stage animations start as soon as the stage is loaded. So that causes there to be an offset with animations in levels that were ported. It's probably a mistake, but it's something that is being stuck with anyways. It does change the strats for a whole lot of levels, actually. Like in the original... wait, how do you get up onto that ledge? Oh, right. I remember. Okay, we're just going to retry. But I do want to try and get those secret banana bunches. Yeah, anyways, it's most likely a porting mistake. Deluxe has a lot of those, but it was retained here because it's important to keep things consistent for speedrunning. And also, I believe it's very difficult to actually implement stages with the original timing, because that requires changing them manually, which they did actually do, I know, with the stage originally known as Expert 40, which I think is called Bonus Hunting in Deluxe, if I'm not mistaken. They actually did adjust the timing for that because it's completely ruined by the timing changes. So shout out to BrandonSMB and stuff. Here's Slopes, also known as Beginner 6. There's also another stage called Slopes, but that one's called Tub or Rising Inclines. It's up to you. But this one's only called Slopes, and I think it has a different name in Touch and Roll as well, if you count that. Here is Swirl. It's just a swirl. You can swirl around in it. There are a couple of skips you can do on this one, but which involve jumping over this thing by gaining a ton of momentum. But a lot of the time it'll just screw you up if you do it, so I'm just going to try to go the normal speed. This is another Deluxe exclusive, of course. For example, if I jump over now, then I'm just like set back a ton. There are ways to manipulate it to your advantage, but for me, I'm just going to do it the normal way. Call me boring, but I just want to complete the level. Oh, it was kind of a stylish finish, I'd like to think. Here's Steps. It's the opposite of Slopes. Basically, I always like to think of it as the opposite of Slopes. This is some beautiful texture work with like the different colors. I'm pretty sure that's from the original Deluxe, but I do just like it when stages use different colors, which the original Steps did in its Sky High version. But yeah. And now Dormant Pits. Wasn't this one originally in like the volcano or something? I thought this was in World 2. But that's fair enough. Hardly matters. Yeah. The way I just tried to get the bananas is not the way that you can get the bananas, at least not, at least it's a lot more complex than any ways in which you would normally try to get bananas. That also was not considered the optimal method. But yeah, that's the end of World 1. Monkeys are coming together for to put together their Keikaku, but we're going to skip past that. And in fact, we're going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. Sorry I'm a little bit out of things, but this mod just blows my mind. I don't know what I can tell you. Have a good day.